Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Creative Care Friday. Do you have your beverage? I do. Got my iced coffee. I let you guys know that on Fridays, since I only have one coffee a day, usually, sometimes two. But since I only have one coffee a day, I wait to have my coffee with you guys when I can. There's sometimes I just can't, and then I don't. But I try to, so we can have coffee together and catch up and talk and chit chat. We're doing a little paper craft today. Let me show you guys what we're going to do. I made this pack for you guys. This is going to be the main image, and then all these other supporting papers for the background, however you want to use them. But I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I have a charger from the Dollar Tree. Anyway, so I have my Mod Podge, my paper pack, my charger. I have this little what is it, sponge? But it's a scruffy sponge because I'm going to rough up the charger first so it gives it a little tooth. That's what we call tooth. And I'm going to turn you guys around and we are going to get started. Oh, why is this? Oh, that's like that. Okay. All right, let me change my view and do this. And here we go. All right, so we're going to do a little decoupage project. But the first thing I have, I'm just going to take it's a new sponge, but it doesn't matter. I'm just going to scruff up. This is a plastic Dollar Tree charger, and I'm just getting the shine off of it. I'm not using a lot of pressure. I'm just scruffing it up a little bit. This will help my Mod Podge and my Collage stick. Okay, do you have to do this step? Not necessarily, but I think it does help. All right, look at all that came off. So put that aside. I'm gonna get a little bit of a paper towel here, and I'm just gonna wipe off the dust. Okay. All right. Oh, see? Look, I don't know if you can see that. So then we get my paper pack. This is the main picture. It's going to go in the middle. We're not ready for that yet. This we're going to cut out circle. We're going to cut that out a little bit later. Remind me where I put it so I know. We're going to start out by decoupaging around the outside of this. And I have created all these coordinating soft pastel fall colors. I don't think I'm going to need my scissors because you know I like to rip. But I'm just going to start ripping up some of these pages. And I'm making them, you're going to see I'm going to make them, they're kind of big because this plate is kind of big. But I'm going to rip them all and I'm going to make separate piles. So how is everyone? How was everybody's week? This has been quite the week. Good morning, Debbie. Nice to see you. We're collaging today. If you missed my painting, you always know you can hop over to my YouTube channel. Dozens of painting videos on there. But today we're doing a little bit of paper craft, paper collage. Catch up, see how everybody's week went. I don't want to get into all of the you-know-whats, but this has been a tough week. Plus, I'm still mourning my cat. It's been a rough 2 weeks in my life, all said. So I'm taking every page, but I'm putting them, I'm making separate piles. This way I can pick and choose what I want to use. Not that it's still random, but I want to be able to say like, oh, do I want a darker color here, a lighter color here? This printable, it's a 6-page download for you guys to do this with or do anything you want with, actually. And if you want to do magazines or fabric, you totally can. I'm going to put these aside for now. I'm going to get my Mod Podge. Oh, I hope I can open it. I usually open it beforehand because it's a lot of times, oh, good. A lot of times it's stuck shut and I'm like, but I can do it. I did it. Let me see. How do I get... There we go. I think I need to change the batteries in my remote. But honestly, I try not to. My remote is very, very convenient. But I'll tell you guys, every time I use it, I end up turning my camera off. I don't know if I got fat fingers or what, but I'll be like, oh, let me get in closer for you. And then before I know it, you guys are gone. Or actually, I'm gone. I'm still here, but I'm gone to you. So I'm just going to start layering on my pieces. And they can hang off because later on, I'm going to rip off the white. Later on, we're just going to go and, what do you call it? Sand around the edge. So I'm going to do little by little, every area. When you do paper, or if you've already laid down one piece of paper, you have to come and Mod Podge over it. Okay, so I laid down a layer, but as we go, in order to get it to stick like where I already put paper, I got to do a little bit more decoupage or Mod Podge, or whatever you want to call it. And I'm just going to completely work around this circle while we chit chat. It is a lovely day here. I don't want that white to show. So there we go. Fall is in the air. I love summer, but I will say that it feels pretty good having the crisp air, especially sleeping last night. Opened all the windows. It was lovely. So this part is tedious, but you have to do this part to get to the center part. So what else has everybody got going on? I had a little bit of I don't know if you guys were here last week, but my car was hit by a deer. I live in a pretty rural area here on Long Island, and I was heading out to run some errands, and my car got slammed by a deer. Scared the living daylights out of me. And then, as if that wasn't bad enough, I have been fighting with the insurance company. And not fighting in necessarily a bad way. I mean, it's fine. They're going to take care of my car. I have insurance. But the miscommunication, and I've had Progressive for years. You know, I'm a valued customer. But the miscommunication and all the hands in the pot, it's ridiculous. I have talked to no less than at this point 3 different people with Progressive, and I cannot tell you the amount of texts and emails I've gotten. It's ridiculous. I don't understand why all these people have to be involved and that it takes all these texts and people. The original person who took my claim. The guy who's the, I don't even know what he's called. The analyst who's going to decide if they're going to fix my car or not. The inspector who really decides if they're going to fix my car or not and comes all the way out to Long Island to check my car and make sure it's fixable. The support staff that keeps calling me for my title when my car is not being totaled, it's getting fixed. It's just, it was endless. The texts and I don't know how these companies make a profit. And we all know they do. We all know they do. I don't want that one, I want this one. But it is just so crazy. Now working with, you guys can do this with napkin or tissue paper. What do you guys think so far? Whatever you want. I like to work, I love napkins. I think napkins have become like modern art. Napkins are just amazing. But I like working with this paper. I do have a really good printer, so that helps. I like working with this paper because you can be a little bit rough with it. It's very forgiving. Tissue paper and napkins are one shot. And I do use tissue paper and napkins. I want to do a project. I just got some beautiful Royce cycled papers for crafting. They're gorgeous. I love her papers. And I just got some of that. But I'm kind of new. You guys know I'm new at paper crafting. Tissue paper and napkins are a one-shot deal. Once they're down, they're down. You're not moving them. These papers I could move a little bit if I wanted to. And I'm just going around and doing this. Yesterday I had an in-person event at my library. I didn't want to go. My heart's been a little heavy this week, but I went, and you know what? It's true. Art heals. Art is uplifting. What other pages do I have here? So I went, I did what I had to do. It turned out to be very nice. But I will say this, I can tell when I'm a little off because we did see, I almost did it. My goodness, you guys. We did a bumblebee, a 3D wooden bumblebee wall hanging. Put it on your wall, your door, whatever you want. And on the instructions, I wrote butterfly. It's a bee. At the class, I said butterfly numerous times. It's a bee. I'm like, what is going on today? At least my peeps at my library. I do a lot of library classes. They know me. I've been there, so I didn't feel like dumb. I'm gotta move this one over a little bit. This is what I mean about being able to move these. Add a little bit of red peeking out. I felt like so tongue-tied. But I guess it happens sometimes, right? Who here likes to decoupage and has done decoupage before? I've always liked to decoupage. Acrylic painting is my first love. You guys all know that. But I have always liked to decoupage. I've kept magazines, packaging, you name it. Wrapping paper, greeting cards. Now, greeting cards are a little bit harder. You have to have it. You could use Mod Podge, but Mod Podge is so heavy based. Greeting cards are so thick. You would need something a little bit thicker and gel-like for greeting cards. If you're watching this on the YouTube, hi and welcome. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And also, if you're watching this on the replay and you want to get to the good stuff, just hit the fast forward and then we'll get to the middle section. But right now we're just playing and chatting and whatever. My husband's friend is here. My husband works nights. His friend is already retired, so they're outside. I told them, keep it down, boys. I'm going to be online. As if I have, children. If I had come on any sooner, you would have heard his buddy come riding up on his motorcycle. What I like about these projects, and it's the same thing in the painting world. I got to scooch that up a little bit. We can use the same paint colors, the same brushes, the same design, and everyone's is going to look totally different. And that's the same way with these papers. Like if you were to print out these papers and decide to collage and do this project like I am, yours would look totally different. There would be people who wouldn't even know that it was the same papers because that's how unique everything would look. We couldn't possibly, especially when I'm ripping, we couldn't possibly do this the same as one another. And it's an easy way to have all the same supplies, but have very, very, very unique projects. And you could even, and it depends on your style, you could cut these too if you want. You don't have to have ripped edges like I do. I like the ripped edges. And I love the colors in these papers. And when we get to, I'm going to try this one. There we go. This is what is going to be in the middle. So when I get to the very end, we're going to cut this out. We're going to put this down in the middle. I have some ribbon here to put around the edge. And we're going to have a very pretty and full, inexpensive piece of decor. You can use it for candy. You can use it for serving. You can use it for what do you call it? Candle display. Whatever you want to do. You can put it upright for a piece of artwork in one of those dish holders, or just lean it against something, prop it up. But I just had this conversation with a friend of mine, and she's like, but I can't. My stuff would be so ugly. Your stuff is beautiful. You know, sometimes my stuff is not beautiful. I'm okay with that. But I also said to her, it's not about the end result. It's not always about the end result. A lot of times for me, it's rarely about the end result. It's about this. It's about sitting here, hanging with you all, and just being creative. I'm not making something to sell. I'm not making something for a museum. We're just hanging out and creating. And that's it. That's all you need to do. Everything does not always have to be for something. Okay? Even with the paper crafting and the junk journals that we're working on, I have numerous. I probably have at least, well, there are people who have more, but this is new to me. Junk journals behind me. Some I've worked in, some I haven't worked in. I just love, yep, sanity, absolutely, Capri. I just love the idea of creating. And does my journal have to be something, have a purpose? Is it going anywhere, whatever? No. And that's the beauty of paper journaling and junk journaling. It's really inexpensive to get started. You don't need to have all the things. If you have a printer, great. If you have magazines, great. You can go to a thrift store and buy old books, old magazines. You can go to your library and print out these pages. I know at my library, it's very, very, very inexpensive to print color copies. And this is a 6-page download that then you can use. So not everything always has to be about something. I'm just going to keep going. And I will tell you guys a little secret. It's nice to have you guys to chill with and talk to. Because sometimes when I'm doing projects like this, I give away most of my crafts. It seems to make, you know what? That is true too. And I give away plenty, Miss Capri. I really do. I forget what I was saying. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I give away plenty of my stuff. Actually, I'm so excited. So because I have been in this business, I was saying you can just go to your library, print this out twice very inexpensively, and have projects for a long time. So my library is doing a craft swap. Now, I have no desire to do a swap, but I have tons of stuff. I have already because you know what? We can only have so much stuff. It's crazy. I have already packed up 3 fairly decent sizes of craft supplies, including some. That is an awesome idea, Capri. I should do that with my junk journals. I have put together 3 very decent sizes, very decent sized boxes of supplies, art supplies, including brand new brushes and brand new stencils that for whatever reason I had doubles of. I used to go to, I haven't been in a while, but painting conferences, and you get the swag. And so if they're going to a craft swap, but yes, it's a great idea. So if you're going, if you're local and you're watching me now on my Facebook page, you're going to want to get to the Center Merchants Library craft swap pretty early because there are going to be some goodies there. I need some more papers. I don't know about this one. And even sometimes the papers like they have different colors on them. You want to use different areas of that paper. This one I used very sparingly around. Right? It wasn't the base. It's kind of more of like a highlight. So that is interesting to me. I wouldn't have thought that. That was one of the favorite ones when I was creating these papers. That was one of the favorite ones I liked. And then when I'm sitting here doing it, it is not the one I've used the most. Interesting. All right. Yeah, so I have a great library. So my library has used book sales all the time. We have an organization called the Friends of the Library where they raise contributions and donations for the library. They last year, and it was such a success, had a jewelry sale, and they're going to be doing that again. So people donate all kinds of jewelry. Some of it was real, believe it or not. A lot of beautiful costume jewelry. Again, we can only have so much, right? And then the Friends of the Library, our organization, they sponsor bus trips and to museums and New York City and stuff like that. So they supplement the cost for residents and library card holders to be able to go on these trips because with their fundraising efforts, they can pay for a portion of it. So we have the book sales and we have the jewelry sales, and we're doing this craft swap. I think the library is actually doing the craft swap though, not the Friends of the Library. But if you're local and you're sitting here going, oh, there's Teresa, what is she doing? You're going to want to get to the craft swap early because I have a feeling my stuff is going to be very popular. And I only have 3 boxes so far. I plan on putting together at least 1 more box of stuff. So we are almost down to the middle, and we're going to get into the finishing touches of this. This one. I may need, and I don't think I'm going to need, but I think I came into the middle close enough. If I need more coverage in the middle, I'll figure it out. But I also have this ribbon. These are gorgeous, you guys. Let me show you real quick. These are trim bunches. Put these down. Let me turn you guys around for 1 second. These are trim bunches. I have a few of them behind me. I have some, wait, there we go. Fall, Halloween, more fall. These are trim bunches. It is a plastic charger plate from Dollar Tree. Yes, Capri. They have 25 1-yard pieces of ribbon and trim. These were $5 at Michael's, you guys. $4.99. $4.99. Sometimes you just need a little snippet, especially with the paper crafting, the junk journaling. You just want a little snippet. You don't need a whole 5-yard roll of the same ribbon. Aren't these cool? I mean, look at this. You got some rickrack, some lace, regular ribbons, shiny and not. This is a bit of more of like a shoelace. This is one of my favorite ribbons. This and gingham. What else? These sheer ones. Isn't that gorgeous? So many different. $4.99. Yep, all coordinated. So cool. I mean, there are ones regularly priced. Some of them are regularly priced $9.99 to $12.99. But these were $4.99. You can't beat it. But they're regularly priced, so you got to get it on the sale. Oh, look at this. We're almost done, and then I can cut out my circle. Somebody on YouTube recently asked me when I do my tutorials, could I edit out the part where I'm cutting. We all know how to cut paper. Could you just leave that part out? I was like, yeah, I guess I can, but I'm repurposing. I'm using my lives where I chit chat and talk to people. And so I am cutting and doing stuff, and then I don't edit it. I said, I guess I can leave out that part when I come and put it on YouTube. Or you can fast forward, right? If you're watching on the replay, whether you're watching it for the next 30 days here on Facebook, because you know Facebook is now deleting video older than 30 days. So if you're watching the replay, you could put replay in the comments. I would appreciate that. But if you're watching the replay or you're watching on YouTube, fast forward. Now, does that help me with my watch hours and my YouTube channel? No. But really, you guys, you don't have to sit and watch me cut out elements and papers if you don't want to. It's fine. I understand. I fast forward too. It's all good. So now the last few pieces. What do I want to put here for the? I have that. I have that. I have that. Let's see. I'm going to put this one here. We don't want any red showing. This is a red charger plate. I don't want any red showing. And then this has to completely dry. I'm actually going to come around. I'm going to put a whole coat of Mod Podge over the whole thing too. But I'll wait till I do the center for that. Oh, actually, no, I should do it. So I'm going to go around. This is where I started. So this has to completely dry. Now I'm just going to give it a whole coat of Mod Podge sealer. And this Mod Podge has to completely dry. And then I'm going to either get like a finger sander, or scissors won't work. But I could actually use my sponge. If you have one of those Scotch-Brite pads, you can use that because it's just paper. And I'll show you in a second. I'm going to go around the edge. Right now I'm just doing my sealer coat. I'm going to go around the edge and trim off all the extra pieces. I'm not going to do that now because if I started doing it now, my paper would pull and rip. But, put that there. Let me flip it over for you guys. After, see all these edges here? You can use an X-Acto knife, or I can get a sanding block or a finger sander, and I'm just going to come in here like this and cut off all that excess. Can't do it now because, like I said, it needs to dry. So let me grab my scissors, and we're going to cut this out. It doesn't matter that the elements are out of the circle a little bit, because once you cut it out, it's going to be fine. It doesn't even have to be perfect because we're going to use a little bit of ribbon. And here we go. I think this is a good size. I did measure, you guys, but you know what my husband always says? I have the eye of a dead eagle. So if you want to grab this download, you can. It's 6 pages. There we go. And, oh, it's a little shy. It's a little shy. But you know what? I'm okay that it's shy because it's going to lay flat. So just know if you guys do this, you have to come into the center a little bit. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. So remember I said this was my favorite? And then I'm not sure why I didn't use it. I'm going to use this to make a whole row to the inside. So it's going to like frame my pumpkin. So weird how that happened, right? Wasn't even planned. And I'm just bringing in, I'm adding a whole nother row. And here we go. Let me rip off the white. It's easier for me to do this. I'm going to put ribbon around it anyway, but it's easier for me to do this than worry about the ribbon covering all that I wanted it to cover. So, missed a little spot. Pull it in a little bit. Again, that's what I mean about this paper being very forgiving. I missed a tiny little dot of red, and so I went right back in and lifted it and put it right back. I will say, just so you know, there are people when they use their Mod Podge, they don't go out of the bucket. I'm going in and out of the jar. There's some people who like to put it in a little something and then use it from there. I'm not one of those people. So I'm just totally going in and out of the big jar. You do you, right? Again, no art police coming knocking on your door telling you you can't use the Mod Podge directly from the Mod Podge bottle. There'll be some people on the interweb telling you that and hopping in your comments and being like, oh, don't use it from the bottle. But that's okay. We just ignored those people. So anybody have any plans this weekend? We have a wedding on Sunday. I honestly say I'm happy for the young couple. I don't know them. Thank you, Capri. Just came to me. So my husband has friends, of course. Well, okay. That's nice. Yay him. But he has a really good friend, and he became friends with this other guy through his good friend. And I know his good friend. I've never met the other guy. They're golfing buddies. But the other guys, whoever saw that movie, did anybody see that movie, The Other Guys? It's very funny with Mark Wahlberg. It's hysterical. Anyway, the other guy's daughter is getting married on Sunday. So now we have been invited. I'm the only wife from the golf crew going. I'm okay with that. We did see them recently, and they're like, oh, you're going? I'm like, oh, I'll see you at the wedding. They're like, oh, you're going? Yeah, I'm going. Why would I not go? I said to him, if you don't want me to go and you're just going to go hang with your boys, that's fine too. He's like, no, I want you to come. So I'm going. Football Saturday, Boomer Sooner, and Roll Tide Grass. I'll watch football. There you go. So, where are you from, Capri? Obviously, it's down south. I don't know if there's a top or bottom here, you guys. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to go for it. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. Oh my God. You guys, how pretty is that? Oh, you hunt, so right. You guys, how pretty is that? How pretty is that frame? Oh my goodness, I'm beside myself. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm having a moment here. College football. Thank you, Capri. College football is not a thing here. We don't have big college sports. I mean, I guess if you have kids in the college, but college football up north here in New York is not a thing. So, I mean, occasionally there'll be games on that my husband wants to watch because they're high profile games, especially towards the end of the season. You guys, I am in love. I am in love. Hey, Gloria, thank you. You know, sometimes you have an idea, and I'm not, you guys must notice by now. I just come on here and wing it. Unless I'm painting, college football is a way of life down here, I know. Unless I'm painting, I have a plan. But this is clear coated. It's going to dry. I'm gonna get my dryer. Sometimes if I'm not painting or if I'm not doing a kit, I don't have a plan. I have an idea. I have a concept. I made these coordinating papers. It started with this pumpkin design, which I absolutely love, that I created in Canva. But then I really didn't know where I was going with it. And here we are. I'm going to put these down so you guys can get, again, I have to wait for all this to completely dry. If you're watching on the replay, you can fast forward through the drying part. That's okay. All right. I have a few bubbles here, which I'm not going to worry about. I can get this smoother. Now, this would be hard to do with napkins. It's a little hard to do with paper. You got to be careful. This is still paper, but it's just not tissue paper or napkin. So you can come in here and work the bubbles. Honestly, I was so excited. I plopped it down. I should have went smoothly. Now I want to pull out those charger plates I don't use anymore. See? I have a bunch of these. There we go. Not going to worry about it. Okay. I'm loving it. I'm loving the entire palette. Okay, so now I'm going to get my, and this is going to be a little tricky because it's a circle, but I'm going to get my ribbon. I want something a little bit fancier. How do you think that will look? Is that too light? That won't stand out. Should I do the rickrack? Yeah, I know I can poke with pen, get the bubbles out. Yes. Should I, oh, maybe this one? How will that one look? That one might be the one. What do you think? I think it might be that one. Oh, how about this would be easy to work with? How about just this cord? The rickrack. So this, the orange, was the orange rickrack? The orange rickrack, Capri, is that your pick? Okay, that's the pick. I think I'm going to get my tacky glue for this. I think the tacky glue will work better. So let me close up my Mod Podge. And there's no reason why, I put it on the ground already. There's no reason why you can't make this as ornate as you want. And what I mean by that is, I mean, you do you. I tend to be a little, believe it or not, minimal. But there's no reason why I couldn't do 2 layers. That I couldn't come in here with this one and then come in here with this one and layer it on there. Totally up to you. Yes, you're right too. So totally up to you, whatever you want to do. I could even do the 3 layers. I could come in here with this one, then this one, and then this one. You guys do you. Totally up to you. I pulled out this piece of rickrack. That's what we're going to do. And I'm going to put it along the edge. Plus, doing the rickrack, I'll be able to see my beautiful frame that I did. I'm going to get a paintbrush. I'm going to use the back of a paintbrush. So I'm just going to put a little bit, little by little, and I'm just going to use the back of this paintbrush to direct it. And I'm going right on the edge of my pumpkin sheet and where that like plaid art was. Now this glue will dry clear. I'm just doing a little bit at a time. Back in, just tapping it in to the glue with my brush. Not like I don't become a mess anyway, I do. But little by little, like a couple of inches of glue. Thanks, Sue. And then tapping it in. So yeah, so tomorrow is Saturday. I don't know what we're doing. Probably chores. Of course, I have laundry in the washing machine right now that I got to pop into the dryer. I have to do some vacuuming when we're done here. So tomorrow's probably a chore day. And then Sunday, we have the wedding. But Sunday, the wedding, you guys, can I just say, it's at 5 o'clock. At 5 o'clock on Sunday, I'm looking to get into my pajamas, not get dressed to go to a wedding. Am I whining today, you guys? You can tell me. We're all friends here. If I'm being too whiny, it's okay. I had a bad 2 weeks. But yeah, I mean, it's a wedding. It's on Sunday. Okay, fine. I understand. And you guys, if you don't live on Long Island and in New York, you have no idea how crazy expensive weddings are here. It is crazy. So I totally understand them wanting to get married on a Sunday, but 5 o'clock? Sundays are for pajamas and getting ready for Monday. Here anyway. My house. This is an odd time for a wedding, but I guess they're doing their own. Yes, absolutely. You know what? And nobody tortured me to say yes. But to tell you the truth though, Capri, my husband was like, oh, the wedding, the daughter, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, fine. I had no idea it was at 5 o'clock. Then I just said to him the other day, what time's the wedding? What time do we have to leave? He's like, well, it's not till 5. I was like, 5? What? 5 o'clock on Sunday? What? You have to be patient with this so your ribbon doesn't get hung up. I'm going to cut it. Now, I don't have anything here. I don't think. Let me see what I have. Ooh, I got that to almost line up there. Let me put a little dot on top. Let me move that and move that. Ugh. Practically seamless, you guys. Yeah, commit and then learn. You know what, Capri? That's totally me. Sure, sure. Oh, yeah, I wasn't thinking that. So I'm just going back in. I'm patting this down. I want it to stick. My glue will dry clear. Don't fret. Oh, there's my seam. I did a good job at that seam. Okay, I've pushed all these back, and there we go. I am loving this project, you guys. A little bit more rickrack. This got to get washed. This can go back here. These can go back here. Didn't even need my silicone mat because I Mod Podged right onto the plate. So let me turn you guys around. My junk bowl. And I still have all this paper left over. Did this whole project and I still have all this paper left over. Isn't that amazing? So here we go. You guys, it's so pretty. And again, I really want these scraps, the edges, to dry before I start hacking at them or trying to cut them, or because they'll catch and drag and rip. So you can get this paper pack and do any collaging you want with it. Thanks for joining me for Creative Care Friday. I'm so proud of myself. I keep showing up for you guys. Thank you that you guys keep showing up for me. I'm enjoying when I can catch your Friday lives. Thank you so much, Capri. I appreciate that. Oh, because I didn't even drink my coffee. Because it's given me the motivation to keep showing up for you guys. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next week. Have a great